Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome and welcome back. I'm here today to make these book page pockets and tags. You can make them from any book pages. There's no measuring involved. And I'll be decorating them with some yummy embossing powders that I bought with a gift voucher that was sent to me by my lovely friend Fiona, who is Miss Paint a Lot here on YouTube. And I've decorated them with some yummy butterflies. Again, these were sent to me in Happy Mail from Laurie at Enchanted Dreams 71. These are the Tim Holtz Botanical Layers. So yes, I'm using up my Happy Mails. So without further ado, let's crack on with it. So let's crack on. What we need to start off with is book pages. Any book pages, I'm just going to say novel size, yeah? I mean, you can do them any size, but you'll have to work out whether it works because I've not done it without bigger. I just tend to do lots, as you can see, with novel size book pages, and I do like my Charles Dickens, so I've got some there. So you glue two book pages together. If you're already gluing the back of your ephemera to stick down, you may use a book like this to do it with. I learnt that method from Gail Agostinelli. But if you don't, just do this. So I've got a bit of glue at middle. You don't have to cover every little piece, but I do like to make sure I then get some around edge. Probably want to be a little bit better with the gluing, particularly around the edges, if you're not going to sew these. Then when I've got two stuck together, I just rip it off. Oh, don't take an extra page off. I don't know what book I'm using here as a glue book. I don't even know if it's appropriate, but I have got some Dickens pages ready stuck together. So I'm just, I'll do one more. I mean, I know I've got a lot of beginners watching at the minute, so I do apologise to those of you who are getting a egg sucking lesson. If you already know this. But, so I commented on someone's video who'd said that. I says, I love being reminded of things I can already do because I've forgotten more than I currently know. I just forget things, and I forget the simplest things. And if I've not done something for ages, I completely forget it exists. So it's just nice, I think. Right, we'll get rid of that now. We don't need it. So we're left now with our book pages stuck together. I'm now going to swap those out for ones I stuck together earlier because they're already dry, yeah? Now, what I do to make the pocket, so I've got a tag and a pocket here. What I do to make the pocket is I fold it over, no measuring required. Only you need to measure if you, say, want to make a set of 3 exactly the same size, which I used to do when I sold them in my Etsy shop. And I do that. I just want it to overlap, like so. Looks straight to me. Then I'm going to press it down. That's my pocket. I think you can see I've made those a bit wider than that one, but don't matter. Really doesn't matter. Now, to glue that, I'll get my glue book. Yeah, this is how you get them glued together, your 2 pages, to dry and save for later. And I put glue along that edge. Yeah, which is there on the inside. And then I put some glue along that edge, so then all my edges are glued down nicely. And if I am using the same machine, glue stick will do me fine. If you've got a glue stick you're not confident with, use art glitter. Use whatever you want to do to glue it. I love my Elmer's Extreme. It glues everything. So now I've done a bit of gluing on there. I'm then going to go around the edges, and I've got another book page to use at a later time. I had to stop doing this because I just got too many glued together book pages, more than I were ever going to use. So I just started gluing it, ripping one off and sticking it in the recycling bin. Whee. Yeah. And can you see, I like that on some, but if it gets too bad, you know, when you're doing your glue book, I then grab my scissors to get that off. Again, this is another one that might seem quite obvious to some, but others might not have thought of it. There you go. The next ones you rip off, you'll have nice clean edges, and that can go in the bin. Right, we'll move that. So that's my pocket. Now to do the tag, I'm going to use the exact same book page. which is here from the same book. If it's from the same book, it's fine. And I'm just going to fold it over more than I did. So rather than it just overlapping a little bit, I sort of do it sort of in thirds. Then before I fold it again, I'll check. That's going to be quite skinny. If you're going to sew it, remember to allow enough room. So you'll need like 1/4 of an inch each side. And if you are a measurer and want to measure, I will make my tag a 1/2 inch skinnier than my pocket. But I'm just doing it by eye today. And I think that will go nicely. So then it's time to glue your tag together. And I think I'll glue it like that. It looks better. It's up to you what you think looks better. Do it how you want. And because I'm not making any more pages, I'm just going to glue it like this. So because it's the tag, we're not got to put anything inside. I'm just going to glue the whole of that bit. Woohoo! And then I'm going to glue inside that bit. And being careful just to get the edges. Again, edges not as important if you're going to sew. Well, you'll know this. If you're not going to sew the edges, you need to make sure they're glued down much better. I'm going to get my bone folder out and just bone fold it. Now, that one there, you can see when I glued the 2 book pages together, I missed that corner. So I'm just going to come in and glue that. There you go. So that's going to be my tag and that's going to be my pocket. Now, I like that edge that you've ripped off the book, so I tend to have that at the bottom of my pocket and the top of my tag, so that will pop in there like that. Yeah, next thing I will do, if you look at this one, I've just chomped the corners off again using my trusty plastic card, one of them, and I will place it there and cut. So let's do it. That one. If you watch my last video, I used my corner chomper, didn't I? Or did I? Not last one. If you've got the We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper that just does a small corner, use that. I wanted a slightly bigger corner, so I've done it with that. Just ensures that both your angles are exactly the same. And I just like that look. So the next step for me would be to sew all around there. And on the pocket, just sew down the sides and along the bottom. If you want to put a little notch in them, I'll grab a circle punch. Which one have I got? I happen to have got my 1 1/4. That's another thing, it doesn't really matter. Again, I'll show you one that's been done ready. There we go. That's got its circle notching already. So let's do the notch, the circle notch. I like these punches because you can slide them in nicely and see where you're punching. There you go. So that would be that, and that would be that. If I was not going to sew, what I'd do at this point, and I'll do it, I'd grab some slightly stronger glue. I'm going to use my art glitter if I can find it. Why is that glue never where I want it? It's a good job for that dangle, because I see it dangle first. And I'm just going to glue. Oh, you can see those book pages weren't glued brilliant. I sew mine, so I'm using that as an excuse. Just along the bottom. Yeah, that side needs a bit more glue. You just don't want it falling apart in your journal or for the person you give it to. Right, then you find, I'm not going to put this in too firmly because that glue's not dry. You'll find that your tag sticks out a little bit at top. Use the tag you've just made, woman, instead of that one. There we go. Your tag will naturally stick out a little bit at the top. So that's how you make them. I have done these before, back when I first started, so I'll link that video as well. But perhaps weren't as chatty then or as confident, and I don't know. It's not had loads of views, so maybe it weren't as good a video. Maybe my new subscribers haven't found it. I don't know. So I'm doing these book page pockets and tags again. Right, what I'm going to do differently now is the decorating of them, yeah? So I'm going to do away with them because I want to bring out some that I have already made and already inked, so you don't have to watch me inking loads of stuff. So let's find some matching ones. Right, that looks like it matches to there. So that's one. So I think I'll decorate 3. 1, 2, 3. It's just one of those things. I used to make these up when I got no inspiration, because they're easy. You don't need to be inspired to make some tag blanks, do you? And pockets. Right. So you're all at one side. You 3 are the ones I'm going to use now. All right, and I'm just going to pause while I finish inking around the edges, because again, inking can be so boring to watch. Yeah, I'm inking them with Distress Oxide Walnut Stain. Yeah, now I'll ink them. So now we're just about finished inking. Yeah, you can ink them with whatever colour you want. You don't have to use Distress Oxide Walnut Stain. And I'll just do that edge. So we're done. Now, here are the lovely yummy goodies that I bought with my gift voucher from the lovely Fiona. So I got some of these Distress glazes. I've got to admit, when these first came out, I never bought them because I'm like, meh, they're just distress, they're just embossing powders. But now I've seen Fiona use them a time or two, and I'm like, yeah, I like them. And I like the way she's used them. And so I've bought 4. And I've got the Tattered Rose, the Vintage Photo, the Saltwater Taffy and Peeled Paint. I did want a blue, but the blue I want to go out of stock. I wanted the duck egg one. So yeah, I'll have to get that at a later date. So we're going to be blueless. Right, now what I want to do on this is I also got the Distress Embossing Dabber, which I will have told you all this in intro, which I haven't filmed yet, so it's blowing my brain a little bit. So the unique, well, it's not unique. You can get translucent embossing powders, but these are translucent, they're see-through. So what I'm hoping is I can make some kind of background on this tag and you'll still be able to see the words. I may be wrong. So I just want to swish and sweep. This might go horribly wrong because I cannot see for the life of me where I've put ink and where I haven't. I've got to be honest, I'm not sure I like this dabber. I can't see. Maybe I don't need as much on as I think. Does it see? I don't know. We'll see. I said we were going to be playing this video, didn't I? So I'm going to go with the Saltwater Taffy because I love it. So you can use any, yeah, any ink to adhere this embossing glaze to the paper because it is embossing powder. Just look at that colour though, it's so yummy and lovely. Yum, 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 yum. I think I've got all ink covered that I put on, if I indeed put any ink on at all. I haven't a clue. I might even try sticking some down with glue sticks, see how that works. It might work, it might not. Really don't know. I've got myself a nice clean sheet of card to shake my powder off onto. Oh, I went a bit mad there, didn't I? Look, it stuck a lot better than I thought. Now, if you've got bits around edge you don't want, just brush them off with a dry brush. Yeah, I'm going to wing it, and I'm not going to admit that I didn't put my anti-static powder on first, which stops it sticking where you don't want it. But hey ho. Yeah, I'll put anti-static powder on the next one, yeah. I'm quite liking that blob. Yeah, it's a blob. Oh, I've put lid on. The one time I wanted to leave lid off, I've put it on. That's just me all over that. And I'm just going to pour this back in. Whee! Oh. And last little bit, that just gets rubbed on my leg. And knocked on the floor, ready for next colour. So I will now grab my heat gun, which I've not got out at draw ready, and we'll emboss it. 2 ticks. Right, here we are. I've got me this one out, the one that will heat the embossing powder quicker, but I don't know how noisy it is on camera. I may switch to my other. I hope you can still hear me. This one is hotter and it will turn this embossing powder quicker. But you do have to be careful with these, you don't blow your embossing powder away. Apparently if you heat it from the back first, there's less chance of that happening. But oh, we can see. I have put my mouth close to the microphone, so I also apologise if I'm shouting at you. But I'm going to lift it up so you can see it better. Yeah, I put far more on this than I wanted to. I was just a little bit panicky that it weren't covering. But I've not done this before, so... Oh, I like it. Yeah, it's totally see-through. So we've got that lovely colour, and we can see all the text on the book page. Whee. I mean, they're not new, these. They're new to me. Right, that'll do. Wait, that's how long it is since I've used this heat gun. I didn't even know which switch were then to turn it off. Oh, good am I. Oh, I like that. I were intending to go with more of a swooshy technique, so I'm going to do that one again. Now I know that this is putting more ink on than I realised. So I'm going to leave that to dry. I'll just pop it there, and I'm going to do it again more swooshily, which is what I wanted. I see Tim do it. It looks fabulous. There you go. See how much ink we got on that. I've still not put any anti-static powder on, but because I'm just doing some random swooshing, I don't think the world is going to end. If you put anti-static powder on, this is tool I normally use, that, or you can get it in little bags. That's full of talcum powder, or you can use cornstarch. You can make your own little bag under a pair of tights or a stocking by sticking some talcum powder in it. I do find bags tend to put more powder on though. Right, I've got my card back. This time I'm going to tip this off as well, the opposite end to my stitching, then I won't get it all stuck in my stitches. Oh yeah, that's much better. That was the look I was going for. I put lid on again. What am I like? See, I haven't put lid on that one. I haven't put the lid on the one that needed the lid on, but I've put the lid on the one that didn't need the lid on. My mum would be so proud of me. Ooh, I love it when card bends. And then it goes, ooh, all in. Right, wipe last bit off on my leg, ready for the next colour again. And let's try turning this one. I'm going to see how quick it turns with my other embossing tool. I've got it out. Oh, here we go. It is the Ranger one, this, the heat it. I mean, it gets hot, it's quieter, but it doesn't blow as much. Timmy says this is the wrong one to heat this stuff with, or any embossing powder. But you can see it's taking longer, can't you? Yeah. Okay, Tim, I'll agree with you. Timmy knows best. But you can do this with any translucent embossing powder. There's nothing special about the distress ones other than they are in the distress colours, which are, you've got to admit, a bit yummy. I'm in love with this saltwater taffy colour. Yeah, this is more of what I wanted. I'll bring other one back in when I've finished turning this one. Can you see it? Going shiny. That were, I really shouldn't look into the camera while I'm embossing. I could have embossed my fingers off then. So there we go. Whee. Yeah, oh, that's the effect I wanted. I mean, I could have played with him before I switched camera on, but where would fun have been in that? That's much better. Oh, look at that. Look at the difference. Yeah, it's a blob. I said it were a blob when I did it. I stand by that. It's a blob. I will decorate that some other way, but this is what I wanted. This is what I want to decorate today. So, sorry, blob. Blob off. Oh, I need a throat sweet. I'm getting a bit dry. I've had a few people ask about these. I use these, me. I don't know if you can get them other than in UK. Jakeman's. I've totally forgot who recommended them. Again, I don't remember anything. And yeah, I just have one when I'm doing a YouTube video and I forgot to put one in. Because I just rabbit tent it doesn't. Right, so that's that. Oh, I wish I'd got that blue. I'm going to do one in green, I think. And then I will also do one in the tattered rose. So yeah, I like that. I just think it's something different in background, isn't it? Instead of your normal collage. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just something different. Oh, what's that? Bit lumpy, this one. Wonder if it's been damp. I mean, they did come from different sellers in End, because I couldn't get everything I wanted from one place. I think I got a couple direct from Amazon and a couple from another craft shop. Right, grab your card, dump that off. And if you're new to embossing, you've never done it before, and you're thinking about buying one of them you buy little plastic tubs to dump all this powder onto. Well, I've got 2 of those, and I'm using a piece of card. So, and it's not because I can't find them. So what does that say? I did find with the little plastic, they just look like a little plastic tray where it comes to a point so you can tip your embossing powder out. I just found my embossing powder stuck to them. I mean, you can get embossing powders these days that are anti-static. It's like that now. There's no ink on there, but you can see the embossing powder's stuck. Had I rubbed that with the cornstarch or the talcum powder, it wouldn't have stuck. But I think it's the Wow embossing powders that come pre-coated with something that makes them anti-static, so you don't have to mess with that. But I don't know if you pay a premium for that either. Definitely pay a premium for these. Yeah, thank you, Fiona. I would not have bought them out of my own money, honestly. I wouldn't have. Right, get the heat gun back out and let's turn this green one. I'm liking them though. Really am. Ooh. Go on. There we go. I'm going to stand up so I can see through my camera lens to see if you can see this turn. Yeah. Can you see? The bit that's shine is turned, the bit that's dull hasn't. So you just heat it till it goes shiny. Don't keep going after that. You don't need to. I'm sat right back from my desk so I can see from light from window whether it's turned or not. Yeah, there we go. If you've not heated it up enough, it will rub off. But again, when you're doing this technique, does that matter? Not really. So that's 2 down, 1 to go. I'm liking them. I won't be getting the full colour range though. I'm going to stick. Right, now I need to get another pocket because I wasted one with the blobs. So I'll be using one here that I haven't inked yet, and I'll just ink it again after. Right, next colour, tattered rose. So I have to be at an angle to do my swishing. Yeah, I haven't got a clue where I've put that, but it seems to be sticking. That's tattered rose. Get your card. If I put my card under before I do my doodling, if I miss, it'll go on my card instead of me. As you can see, I am using my Ranger glass mats. This was a happy mail that I got as well. A lovely present from Jo. She bought me this and some yummy stamps that I think I've used about twice. And I need to do some more stamping because I just need to. Whee. Oh, I like that. That's gone different. Now this one, can you see? I've got ink where I really didn't want it. I don't want that going over onto that, so I'm gonna brush it off. Yeah. I went a bit giddy, didn't I, with me dabbing, so just make that edge a little bit less defined so it looks like I've swooshed. Yeah, I got a bit giddy there with swooshing with ink, but I like it now. Tip this back in. Whee. So if you've never done any embossing, it is fun. Really is. And you can get embossing powders to suit all budgets, really. You don't have to use these. I just love the colours. Right. Last one. Ooh, that were magic, weren't it? Yeah, I tried to get all fancy there and pause it while that one embossed, so I could just go, oh, look, as if by magic it's all done. Yeah, well, I pressed stop instead, but you're used to that with me. Right, decorating. I'm going to keep the decorating simple, and I'm going to use this yummy pack of ephemera that Laurie from Enchanted Dreams 71 brought for me, not from me. It's the what's it called, botanical layers. I love it. I bought one of these about 2 years ago, and it literally took me that long to use it. I don't know how many pieces are in. I think it tells you 83. Wowzer. And I know there's some big bold pieces in here because I'm having a look through. And my thinking is I'm going to use some of the big bold butterflies. Let's get all big bold butterflies out. When I was looking at them, I did put all butterflies at front. Did they all stay at front? I think they may have. Oh no, they didn't. They didn't behave, as I've tipped them out. So I will be picking from these butterflies to put on the pockets, and then I'm going to pick a flower, I think, to put on each tag. So, another big butterfly. Right, so I just want to see what colours go nice with what colours. So, I love that yellow one. And I think he's... oh yeah, he does. He looks nice with that green, doesn't he? I think that dark green one's a bit dark for me. I love the orange, but I don't know, that just makes that too orange, doesn't it? Maybe this ain't going to work. Oh no. What else we got? Is there any others? Have I missed any? Maybe the yellow is going to have to go somewhere else so that the orange can go on there. I think the yellow does look nice with them all, doesn't it, actually? That red one, ooh, I do like that one. Yeah, it's just, let's play. Oh, he's nice. He is nice. Let's play Old Maid with butterflies. What we're going to put with... I'm going to have to use the dark green one because I like it. And I think I like it more on that one than that one. I don't know. They're just all good, don't they, really? But then I like the yellow one. Oh, lordy. Do you know what? Done. Stick, stop. But then I like that green one. Stop, stick. They're the butterflies I'm using. So I do just want to put the butterflies on, and I'm going to put some Timmy words on, and I think we need the black words because they're going to be nice and bold. Here we go. So what can we say today? Love with all your heart. I do like that. Always take the scenic route. I always take scenic route. I really do. I'm tempted to put that on. Yeah, always take the scenic route. I always take the scenic route when I'm trying to decide on embellishments. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to put some glue on though because I don't trust the stickiness, especially not over this shiny embossing glaze. So I'm going to stick some art glitter glue on. I'm not going to ink edges because they're black and you won't see it. And they are quite good, these. You don't have like a white edge to them. Well, my pack doesn't anyway. Take the scenic route. Just going to lift that up towards me to see if it's straight enough to satisfy my need for straightishness. Yeah, that'll do me. And then I'm not even going to ink around the edges of the butterflies. I like the white around the edge these days. Whee. And we'll have them slightly at an angle. I don't know why I always have to put him slightly at an angle. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna put him straight in the middle. Yeah, straight for a change. Some things I like straight, but butterflies I always put wonky. So another challenge, I've put my butterfly straight. I'm just a very strange lady. Right, what we're going to put on this one. Not my circus, not my monkeys. I do like that saying. Be in love with your life. I like that. Be in love with your life. Yeah. So, get your bit of glue on. Now, I think also we've gone on long enough today, so I'm not going to put you through watching me put the embossing glaze on the tags. I don't even know if I want to put embossing glaze on tags, to be quite honest. I'll see what they look like. Be open to whatever comes next. I like that. It's a bit long, but we can live with it. Whee. Yeah, if anyone's noticed as well, I have closed my Etsy shop today for a few weeks. I just need to get on top of things. Thank you to all you lovely people who bought yummy stuff over Easter. The shop was so busy. So I'm sending out orders as, yeah, usual. But I've not had any time to get more packs made up, ready for the shop. And I like to have them packed up ready for when people buy them, if you know what I mean. And with kids being off school for 2 weeks, I've not really had time to be keeping up with that kind of stuff. I also want to get back on top of my comments and my emails. If you've messaged me, you'll know I'm taking rather a long time to get back to people on messages. So I'm not shutting my shop for good. I'm just shutting it for a few weeks. And I think going forward, I might do that more often, rather than starting to feel a little bit too busy or overwhelmed. So yeah, right, I like them. I just love that pop of colour behind them. I really do. I've no idea if I've chose things that go well on Colour Wheel Fiona, but if I am, I'm sure world won't end, as I always say. Right, the tags, I want to put flowers on. But what you'll see is the top's popping out. I'm going to put rings on. Where's my... I did get my corner chomper out ready and now I just can't see it. Here it is. That's not a corner chomper. I don't want a corner chomper. I want a crocodile. Do I even know what I want? Crocodile. There you go. I'm not going to get things out ready sometimes because then I lose them. At least if they're not out, I can get them out of my drawer pretty quick. Right, I'm putting all my 3 tags together. And because these are pretty chompy, I'm going to chomp through all 3 at once. Yay. That saved a bit of time, didn't it? I'm going to grab some eyelets. And because these are a bit dark, I think I want to use... I'm going to use black eyelets. 1, 2, 3 eyelets. And all the time I'm messing with these eyelets, then butterflies might be drying. To be honest, if I weren't filming, what I would do now is I'd stick them under my craft mat for, say, half an hour to stick down completely. But I'll just keep pressing them while I'm doing other stuff. So, I'm going to pop that on. And then I'll show, I did have a question about the sticky craft paper that I put on the back of my tags and things so that you can write. I've looked for it on Amazon US and I can't find it. It is available on Amazon UK. And one thing I'm going to say to you is, even though you're in the US or somewhere else, it does sometimes work out cheaper to buy, I'm going to call them native supplies, I don't know, from Amazon UK, even if you're in US. Because we've been doing a bit of research with my friend, and something I wanted was cheaper for me to buy it from Amazon US with the shipping than it was to buy it in Amazon UK. How mad is that? It's a set of gel pens, £51 on Amazon UK, £31 including shipping from Amazon US. Mad. And same with some things that you don't normally get in the US. Right, let me grab the paper and I'll show it you. Paper, where are you? I ended up pausing there while I found it because I was starting to annoy myself. Yes, this is the paper. Yeah, it's just an A4 sheet. It's craft paper and it's got a yellow backing on. And I just find it easier to put a piece of this on the back of something like this so you can then write on it rather than gluing a piece of paper on. Yeah, if you want to glue a piece of paper on, go for it. But I have had quite a few people ask me about this. And as far as I know, I can't find it in Amazon US. So if you go to my UK storefront, you will be able to see it. And you'll see how much it costs you with shipping. And you can decide if it's worth it. But I'm sure you'll be able to get craft sticky labels somewhere else in the US or other parts of the world. I would hope, even if they're not available on Amazon. Anyway, waffle over about that. Right, I just love them. Now, let's see what flowers we're going to put on the tags. I want some tall, skinny flowers. So what we got? What's that? Ooh, too tall. Is it? I don't know. Might be a bit, I don't know. No, they're just overwhelming on those tags, aren't they? I need something smaller. So let's, what we got? That might be too small. Yeah, that looks like a, as my mum would say, that looks like a wart on a duck's bum. That looks better. Yeah, she had some weird sayings, my mum. I don't know if she were unique in that or whether, I don't know. I just don't know. No, that needs something else with it, doesn't it? That's fine. There's loads in here. We've got 83 pieces to work through. Too small. Ooh, I've spied one I like. Come out. Come here. Come here. Ooh, I like that. Oh, and it goes so well with some colours I've used, doesn't it? That's just too big. Go away. You're too big. We don't want you. What's that? That's meant to be like a garland, isn't it? So we don't want that one either. Ooh, I found a smaller rose. Oh, I like those. They may be the ones. I'm not feeling the blue though, because I've got no blue anywhere else. So, oh, what's that? That's a different rose. Maybe that one's going to be better. Yeah, I like that better. So we've got a daisy and two roses. So, thorn, or is it, you know, I'll have a rose between two thorns. We've got some thorns between two roses. Yeah, there we go. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do my swirls on the back, just like these. But you've seen me do it once. You do not need to see me do it again. And I'll be back in 2 ticks to finish it off. So there we go. And if you've ever wondered what happens if you put your finger in your embossing powder once you put it on, that happens. But luckily it's going to be covered up by a flower, isn't it? So I can live with it. Right, let's decide which flower to put on which tag. I don't want to put, do I? No, I think I might put that one there. No, don't like it. Too similar in colour. I think I like that better with that. Oh, it might end up on green, you know, because it's too similar to all of them. I think that's going to go on there. I don't know. I can't decide. I'm really not doing well with this decisiveness today, am I? That one's covering nearly half of my background up, isn't it? But we can still see a hint of it. I can live with that. I think I'm going to stick at that. Stick it on before you change your mind. That's the best thing to do. So, I'm using my art glitter again. Oh, silly woman. Yeah, I can live with that. I like it. I'm wondering whether to swap these two over now. Do you know what? I'm gonna. I think all these colours just go together so well, it doesn't really matter that much, does it? Yeah, you can't see a lot of that around the edge, but you can see some. We're happy with some, aren't we? Well, I am. Don't know about, I can't speak for everyone. Ooh, yummy. I just wanted to play with all my new goodies from Fiona and then some of those from Laurie. So, there we go. I'm going to pick a nice project of Fiona's as well, and I'm going to try and do it how she did it. Now I've had a little play with embossing powders and got my head round them a little bit. Right, let's get some dyed seam binding to put through tops. I've always got lots of different colours dyed ready. I don't have any in saltwater taffy, but I think I've got some nice green that'll go with them all. Yeah. Don't ask me where that yar thing comes from. I don't even know why I'm doing it. I think maybe I may have finally just completely cracked all the way through. I don't know. So I'll get the lengths I want, and then I'm going to tie them as I often do with... I might use some black wax linen thread, actually. You know, because I've used black sentiments on the pockets. I'm not going to put sentiments on the tags. I think the roses fill them quite enough. Go on, you do want to go through. Of course you do. You can get a cut there. That's that. I just love the look of this when it pokes out of that pocket. This dyed seam binding, and I've not used any for a while. It's always when we get to spring I start wanting to use my flowers and my dyed seam binding all the time. Right, let's get some... yeah, I've got some black wax linen thread. I mean, I used to just have the beige and the white, but I've since now purchased a creamy colour and a black colour. But honestly, they've lasted me. I've only ever bought one roll of the brown, and I've bound so many journals with it. I'll tie it another time before I knot it. Tie it another time before I knot it? Do I even know what I'm saying? I'll tie it another time before... I'll knot it another time before I tie it bow. Should I really have been filming today? I think it's one of them days. I often wonder, I've caught myself talking rubbish on a few occasions. How many other occasions have I not caught myself talking rubbish? I don't know. But well, you lot must be as mad as me because you keep watching. That's all I can say. But I think it's good to be a little bit mad. We're living in a mad world, aren't we? What else are we going to do? Embrace the crazy. Oh, that needs to be longer. I've totally mucked that one up. It's because I'm trying to be all professional and not take the cord off the roll to waste less. And I know I'm not good at doing that. Just try it again with cord on my right hand side. I tend to fare better like that. Yeah, because I'm doing all the pulling with my right hand, my dominant hand. Fiddly. If you can see little blue spots on me today, that's because I was dyeing my daughter's hair purple yesterday. Reason 26 why I didn't get round to doing a video. We're getting all the stuff ready for school. It was the first day back at school today after the 2-week holiday. Yeah, I didn't realise that it's not a... Like in the US, your kids don't get 2 weeks off school, do they? For Easter. I'm now beginning to be quite jealous. While kids are lovely, yeah, it is possible to have too much of a good thing. It really is. But I know our kids don't have as long in the summer. They have like 6 weeks. I think sometimes your kids do. They have like 2 months, 2.5 months. It's like you're gone for the whole summer, but you have hotter summers, don't you? It wouldn't be very nice to be in classroom in some of that weather, would it? Right, that's that. Now let's see what they look like in them pockets. Ooh, I like. I don't know whether it matters what goes in where, although I've put same colour to same colour. Let's try that, see what happens. Oh, I do like. I really do. Butterflies and roses. And the odd daisy. Just that one daisy. Because I didn't see another rose of the right size. I mean, if these end up in different projects, it wouldn't even matter if I use the same one. But when I'm doing like a set like this on a video, I feel I've got to use different ones. Anyway, we're finally sorted. Sorry for the amount of pausing and messing in this video. It's like I forgot where half my stuff is. Hence, 2-week break from Etsy. I need to get organised again. Things have not been put away where they live, and then I can't lay my hands on them. yeah, so I will be tidying as well. So you'll still get your videos from me, but you won't. If you're watching my older videos and I mentioned that something's available in my Etsy shop, it is going to be closed, I'm afraid, but it will open back up. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Give it a go. I mean, you can do that with embossing powder that's not translucent. You can do it with other brands. Doesn't have to be Tim Holtz. I've just happened to be lucky enough to have a lot of that stuff at the moment, and I'm going to use it. So, thank you, everyone. Bye.